right. So we fought our way out of the tower. Let's head back to camp real quick. I hope she didn't sacrifice herself to revive the tower. Burton says, I feel like sometimes you have the game volume down so you can talk over it, but maybe bring it down a bit too far. Things like background music can be hard to hear sometimes. The biggest issue with that is that oftentimes background sliders don't account for dynamic range, so I'll turn it down so that like 95% of the music is perfectly balanced, and then we'll just get to a section where the music is too low. I think he's happy. Oh, he tripped. He doesn't walk much, huh? But yeah, with regards to the audio quality, you know, we've been experimenting with a lot of things and trying to make things better, but there's some games where it's just like there's nothing you can do about it. Like Vampire the Masquerade was just absolutely, it only has one volume setting. It's got one volume setting. You can't change it. So you know, it's either too loud or too quiet, and that's it. That's all you get, and it sucks. So currently I have auto ducking enabled on the audio so that when I am talking, it turns the voice volume down and then allows it to spring back up when it's not hearing a input from my microphone. And that seems to have fixed a lot of things. So I don't know. We don't have many places to visit. You've got a big face, huh? Alright, so Gash is waiting for us at the Seeker Stronghold. Wait until morning, see if we can check in with anyone else. Nothing else really. Fever's going down. Is that really the only info I'm gonna get here? Damn. Alright. Hello, Narik. Hello, Piecemeal. Everyone else who's in chat. Nice to see you all. Alright, let's leave the caravan and go to the Secret Stronghold, I guess. Not much else we can do except do that. Bruce Clock says, didn't think to ask this yesterday when I asked.
まあ待てよ。アゼルを収容する方が先だ。
収容って。
彼女は俺たちに任せてくれ。悪いようにしない。目覚めさせるための処置をするだけだ。
わかった。よろしく頼む。
任しとけって。俺は広場の方にいる。話があるんだ。後で来てくれ。
Is it gonna cutscene? No. I love this map. Iskalak says, I didn't think to ask this yesterday when I asked about the language, so I will ask now. As you speak Japanese, how would you rate the translation accuracy of the subtitles in this game? It's a very complicated question. Word for word, the subtitles are not very accurate at all. But in terms of localization, the game is extremely well localized, and the translation itself, translating the ideas behind the game, is pretty excellent overall. It is, I would say it has some similarities to some working design stuff where it's like, obviously there's some like interjected humor and references and stuff that are just kind of not there in Japanese. But it's mostly for stuff, like just minor stuff, like the names of some items are changed from like Augment lens to Gibson lens and like things like that to like give credit to people on the team and stuff. The translation of this game was done by 2 people who did not have the game script in Word format, like in a script format. They were given the script, they were given the game, and they had to translate it with like Game Sharks. Like they had to like play the game and write the translation line by line, and then like memory hack the game to see the translation show up, and like use dev kits to get the translation in, and then send the builds back to Sega and send the scripts back to Sega. So like the translation process of this game was not very good. It was considered extremely grueling and difficult, like most other aspects of this game. And to be fair, that was the translation process for most games at the time. Final Fantasy 7 and 8 both had the same exact translation process. One of the reasons why Final Fantasy VIII's translation is so abysmally terrible is because they literally translated it with a Game Shark. The same thing for Final Fantasy VII. It was very hard to translate because they just didn't have access to the script files. So this game had a similar thing with that. So there are some pretty liberal translations, some pretty controversial ones. But I've corrected the translations every single time they've come up where they like haven't been really much of a match for what is actually being said. And you can probably count on your hand how many times that I've actually corrected the game or been like, that's not kind of what he said. Or it's like, that's like a different reading of that. There are some weird examples, like when Azel says Nerai, which sounds, it like leaving it in the Japanese and changing it to Nerai instead of Neraye is like kind of a weird, it's like a weird choice, but it makes it seem like she's saying something in Panzerese to the dragon. So for like the untrained ear, as what most people would be in 1998, it isn't that weird. She says a magic word to the dragon and he casts a really powerful lightning spell. Like, okay, is translating that as take aim any more linguistically or semantically meaningful? Probably not. Because either way, what does that get across to the audience? It gets across to the audience that the dragon understands her and is following her orders. Her speaking the dragon's language and saying something mysterious and having it do something communicates the same exact idea. So effectively, it's the same translation. And you know, earlier I just translated just now when Raul says "Kao ga hiroin da na," which means like many people recognize you, huh? But the exact translation of that is you've got a wide face, or you've got a wide-reaching face. Like your face is very big. That's not like, if you were to translate that as that, you're just translating an idiom, and you could just translate what he was saying instead. Like it could be, you could translate better and just say, hey, you're a popular guy, which is what they did. So like a lot of the translation decisions in this game are like that, where maybe the characters don't say something exactly perfectly to what is being said. The same linguistic meaning is translated. I would say this game is pretty translated pretty damn well. Very impressive translation job. Certainly better than a lot of other JRPGs from around this time. Again, Final Fantasy VII, abysmal translation. Final Fantasy VIII, just god awful. It's missing like 20% of the in-game text. Like, if you play Final Fantasy VIII in English, you have not played that game because it is missing a fifth of the text because of memory constraints. Like, that's a major problem. Legend of Dragoon, abysmal translation. One of the worst translations on the PS1. There's so many examples of this. And, like, really big games that people care very deeply about get a pass for having awful translations, truly abysmal translations. And then like games like this get a lot of flack because of course they're only played by like really niche audiences who are like, well, actually, the translation should say this. And it's like, I've been speaking Japanese since I was a child. All right, this is literally, there was a period of my life where I spoke more Japanese than I spoke English. Like, truly. I feel like I'm not an expert or anything, but I am at least somewhat familiar with the language. And I would say that, you know, in general, the translation of this game is very naturalistic and nothing really gives me pause. Nothing really confuses me. And yeah. So, it's kind of interesting, you know how it is. All right, so we have our options: leave the stronghold, go to camp, wait till nightfall. We're gonna stay here. I love this map. It reminds me of the Disc 3 maps in Final Fantasy VII a lot. Speaking of. Oh, thank you, Dirk. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Is that Pate? Wow.
あんたがドラゴン乗りか。よろしくね。私は探索兵のラグってんだ。
Pretty much what she said. Tansakahei. Like, I'm the... I guess she said quester in the dialogue. Tansakahei means like someone who goes out for like acquisitions or on tasks.
ガッシュがあんたを待ってるよ。
パエット、無事だったのか。
空中戦で脱出できたんでね。でもすぐ不時着しちまってさ、そこをシーカーどもに拾われたんだ。結局ゾアは全滅しちまったってさ。何が神の守護地だ。お笑い草だぜ。いや、別にお前が悪いわけじゃないって。シーカーどもの話聞いたか？えらい連中に関わっちまったみたいだぜ。もっと長く飛べるはずだったんだけど、なんで不時着しちまったのかな。
Look at this little manlet.
来たか。ついてきてくれ。話しておきたいことがある。
あの構成生物の群れ、それに帝国軍は。
心配ない。部下たちが監視してる。動きがあればわかるはずだ。
部下？
シーカーってのは高度に組織化された集団だ。世間にはただの盗掘者集団みたいに思わせてるがな。
グリゴーリグ止まりました。帝国軍の残存部隊も撤退中です。
わかった。現状を維持しろ。
Huh.
今は俺がそのシーカーたちを束ねてる。意外だったか？
Which says a lot of these voice actors sound familiar. That's Jiraiya speaking. Edge is Kaworu from Evangelion. Pite was Hiroaki Hirata. Azel is Maya Sakamoto.
誰もこんな人間がリーダーだとは思わない。シーカーって集団がまさにそれなのさ。ここだ。
すごい。
Version says random unsubbed conversation there. Yeah, he was basically just giving him basic information about the base, the people preparations that were being made.
ドラゴンを手に入れた人間を野放しにはできないんだな。ずっと行動を監視させてもらった。
じゃあ僕を助けてくれた時も
そういうことだ。すべてはこいつを破壊するためだ。帝国が党と呼び追い求め、クレイメンが守ろうとしたすべての源。
ちょっと待ってくれ。あんたは、いや、あんたたちは一体何者なんだ。シーカーが組織だって言ったけど、じゃあその目的はなぜ正体を隠す？
すべてはこの世界を取り戻すためだ。
世界？
そうだ。そのために党を、いや、9世紀の遺跡すべてを破壊する。
党破壊？だってあれは。
クレーメンに聞いたのか。確かに奴の言う通り、これは世界を再生させるためのものだ。こいつらに管理されていれば滅亡はない。だが生きてるんじゃない。生かされてるだけだ。エッジ、初めて会った時に言った村を覚えてるか？
ああ。
俺たちシーカーはああいった構成生物にやられた町や村の生き残りなんだ。正義は俺たちにないかもしれん。だがエゴと言われようと何と言われようと人間はあがく。俺たちも例外じゃない。そしてそのためには
アゼルが必要か？
しかしそれだけじゃない。塔の機能を止めるためにはこいつが必要なんだ。
ドラゴン？
各地に散らばる塔や遺跡は過去に全てドラゴンによってその機能を奪われている。絶対の客人とはドラゴンそのもののことだったのさ。アゼルにはドラゴンを導いてもらう。
彼女が協力してくれるのか？
わからん。だが9世紀の亡霊に生かされ続けるのはもうごめんだ。俺たちが自分で歩き始めるためにはアゼルが必要なんだ。詳しくは網人のザドクが知っている。話を聞いてくれ。すべてはそれからだ。俺は他にやることがある。この場所は自由に使ってくれ。エッジ、お前戦いっぱなしだったんだろう。ゆっくり休むといい。
It is a little bit death culty of like, We struggled so hard, and because of that, our struggle must have meaning. People should never just be plainly serviced by their inventions. No, we need to struggle. I've always found that kind of ideological narrative, like, it's compelling in the moment when, especially when used in narratives that with like really loaded like authoritarian symbology of like, no, in order to truly be free, we must cast off the yoke of our conveniences, and like, we'll have to go through it rough, but our struggles will have meaning. But when you're living on a dying planet that like doesn't have enough food to sustain people, and there are active famines going on, the character's like, no, we will struggle to live because that is the only way we will truly be free. I mean, speaking frankly, I'd be like, yeah, man, I'll just turn on I'll turn on the free food machine, and I'll sacrifice freedom for that. No way, that's so easy. The easy choice to make. It's been modified quite a bit. Is that why Gash could use it? There's a large machine here. Look at him scurry. She's Rog, the quester. I'm pretty sure tansakhe is the word that is used to describe edge in Japanese. I think it's been translated elsewhere in the text as hunter. Box covered with a cloth. It looks light for its size. Pets and dishes. Traditional sheet pattern.
Hey, あんたがドラゴンの乗り手か。俺は探索兵ペレスだ。よろしくな。実を言うとさ、俺シーカーの仲間に入ったばかりなんだ。新入りが増えると気が楽だよ。
You know, he basically said that. He said, I only just recently joined the Seekers. It's only just been after I joined. Is that why he's named Edge? I don't think so.
俺、探索兵見習いのルーベンです。よろしくお願いします。やっぱりドラゴンは味方だったんだ。
Ah, so the dragon is our ally. Looks like there are clothes inside.
シーカーの里へようこそ。私は探索兵シメオンです。
Oh, oops. I was already in here. It's so easy to get disoriented. Trying to hit all the doors and talk to all the people, but it's hard to tell where the hell I'm going. Sheets smell like medicine. Yeah, there's a medical bay. It's hard to navigate areas like this in games where you don't have fine camera control. There are wooden statues behind it. It's made out of a monster's shell. Noxious chemicals are on the shelf. She's got nothing to say, damn. Azel is sleeping peacefully.
シーカーどもの話聞いたか？えらい連中に関わっちまったみたいだぜ。
All these quadrilateral tiles. Yep, they're all squares. It's such a unique look. Door is locked.
Pilot と一緒にこの船で脱出した時、ゾアの街が吹っ飛ぶのが見えたよ。あんたに見捨てられた街がね。
見捨てられただって？
しらばっくれてもダメだよ。シーカーからあんたのこと聞いたんだ。神の使いのくせにどうして街を見捨てたんだよ。
僕は神の使いなんかじゃない。この間まではただのハンターだったんだ。
でも今はドラゴンがいるじゃないか。なのにあんたは街を守ってくれなかった。俺のことはもうほっといてくれよ。
あたしは森人のラーだってもんさ。よろしくね。あんたのお連れさんなら心配ないよ。そのうち目が覚めるはずさ。
The word she used there, moribito, guardian is a good translation for it, but it also means like, it can also mean like bodyguard. It's a guardian in like the full service sense of the word. It's a very, very complex, multifaceted word. It can mean everything from like most important person in the town to bodyguard to royal guard, like things like that. You can translate with that word. I am not sure where I need to go. Very disorienting. Azure Paragon says, Moribito makes me think of the animated show and the light novels. That was a show, wasn't it? He's working on something. Is this Zadok? They're parts of an airship. Can I not get him to talk to me? Guess not. I like this campsite. It's cool. Save real quick. I think this is Azel's room, right? Yep. Ah, here we go. Okay. This book is about the tower. Do take it with you. May it serve you well. Tower Report 3. We're missing a Tower Report 2. Tower Function Report Preface. Record by compiler Zadok. The rulers of ancient times created an administrative system throughout the world to control the population of the humans with large machines. These machines are known as towers. The path to free ourselves from the will of the ancients lies is the destruction, first typo I've seen, in the destruction or neutralization of all towers. The following is a summary of the research the compilers have done through the years. Function of the tower. Though with slight variations, towers' responsibilities can be divided into two categories: preservation, regeneration, and production analysis of the monsters. At the same time, the towers purify the air, water, and soil to enlarge inhabitable areas. They employ monsters to remove elements that threaten the environment, including humans. But over the years, the towers have worn down. They are not functioning efficiently. The regeneration process that began in the ancient age has still not been completed. However, if the towers return to normal, the number of humans would have to be severely reduced, or we will have to live in a much harsher environment where the fruits of the land would not regenerate. See, I don't know if I buy that because the population is already incredibly small. Sestrin is the will of the ancients. Sestrin is located in a place between time and space, where no mortal can ever reach it. Sestrin controls all towers. In the ancient age, the towers were called Azel Sestrins, or servants of Sestrin. All towers are tools for Sestrin, so it can exercise its power on the world. If Sestrin is destroyed, the towers will sleep. For one to make contact with Sestrin, one must open the gate to cross the gap in time and space. Sestrin can be reached from any tower, but no methods of opening the gate have ever been discovered.
ドラゴンの少年よ、やっと会うことができたな。
あなたは？
私は網人ザドクだ。9世紀の研究を行っている。まずはこれを受け取ってほしい。かつてドラゴン乗りだった男の記録だ。彼はこの里を率いたシーカーであり、ガッシュの死でもあった。
どうしてそれを僕に？
君に託されるべきものだからだ。彼と同じドラゴン乗りの君にな。ガッシュから話は聞いたかね。
でもいきなりあんなこと言われても。
そうか。まあ無理もないだろうな。君に渡した書物にも書いてあるが、君のドラゴンには塔を破壊する力がある。我々が君を監視していたのもそのためだ。だが塔は世界中に散らばっている。その全てを破壊するにはおそらく数百年以上の時を要する。
そんな。
しかし彼女の存在が状況を変えた。彼女の力を使えばおそらく
アゼルのことか。アゼルに何をさせるつもりなんだ。
セストレンへの道を開いてもらう。彼女にならそれができるはずだ。
セストレン？
この世ならぬ道で塔とつながり、すべての塔を滑る魂の器。9世紀の記録にそう記されている場所だ。
ガッシュはそこを攻めるつもりなのか。
そうだ。彼女がドラゴンをセストレンに導き、ドラゴンがセストレンを破壊すれば、すべての塔は一瞬で死に絶える。
All right. So we got some more information here about Sestrin and the Seeker's goal with it. They need us to get in for some reason to disable the network, to hack the planet.
全ての塔をコントロールする場所だ。君のドラゴンがセストレンを破壊したとき、世界は旧世紀の意志から解放される。世界管理の意志を無に返す鍵だという。しかしその実態は不明のままだった。君のドラゴンを指す言葉だと分かったのは我々の世代になってからのことだ。塔の守護者として創造された存在だ。ただし君のドラゴンだけは違う。塔の破壊を目指す唯一の個体なのだ。ショック状態を解除する処置を行う。間もなく目覚めるだろう。塔はセストレンに通じる道でもある。それを開くことができるのは彼女だけだ。
So they're going to use Azel as a key.
旧世紀の意志は滅びたわけではない。今でもこの世界を縛り続けているのだ。構成生物はいわば塔のしもべだ。純血種ほどその指令に忠実に動く。
So now we learn that the Seekers' reasons for being nomadic isn't just because they were hiding from the Empire, but because they've been charting and avoiding the monsters' migrations based on their information known about the tower.
元来、帝国の始祖はシーカーの一派だったセストレンに対抗する力を求めた者たちだ。彼らは帝国を起こし、国力を増強したが、本来の目的は徐々に忘れられていった。我らはこのような里を各地に持っている。里は遺跡探索の拠点なのだ。スキアド・オプス、すなわち影の目。里を率いる者に与えられる名前だ。そしてその正体と組織力は常に隠される。
So Gash is the Hokage of this village.
守り火については調べがついている。同様の発掘品に関する記録があるのだ。これを読んでみたまえ。
Can I get a book from him if I ask about the tower again? No. Alright, let's look at the new books that he gave us. Memory report. Alright, this is one of them. Record by compiler Noadea. Most of the devices found in the ruins are power structures, such as engines, but in rare instances you will find information structures that record data. It was through reactivating an information structure that we were able to discover the existence of the towers. We also found out these structures also contain important functions other than simply recording information. It is a device that will create a field that can control monsters' actions. It was built, perhaps, to guard the information recorded there, but the power source is very small, so it is probably severely limited. If we can utilize this well, we may be able to use it as a means to protect ourselves from the monsters. We need to continue researching these types of structures. So these data structures are also the things that we found when we were reading about the drones and the Lightwing. Book of Skiadops Endo. If you are reading this, then the seeker I sent has recognized you as the true dragon rider. I, too, have met the dragon, and have since thrown myself into the struggle over the tower. My friend, the dragon, entrusted me with the secret of his existence before he left me. Later, I became a member of the Seekers. With the help of the compilers, I tried to spread what I had learned of the truth. What is written here is only part of the secret that was entrusted to me. It may only be the tiniest bit of knowledge, but I hope this will aid you in your quest. You, the new Dragon Rider. So this is Jean-Jacques Lundy. We found out that over the course of his life, he never reunited with the dragon, but he did go on to form the Seekers. Birth of Dragon. This world has been molded into its current shape by the powers of a series of ruins we call towers. The towers control the environment, breed monsters, and control human populations. Even in the ancient age, there were people against the presence of the towers. The towers' creators feared these rebels would rise to destroy the towers, so they created monsters to guard their creations. and the dragons. One dragon is posted at each tower. They perform their duty to this day, as they have for over a millennium. Not even the Empire can stand before them. The only force that can counter the dragon's power are the dragons themselves. Heresy Dragon. The dragon you ride has inherited the soul of my old friend. Your dragon is the only dragon in this world which exists to kill the towers. You will be forced to battle other dragons. They are all your enemies. My friend, the Heresy Dragon, had a birth which was equally heretic. My friend was born as a mutant Kulia and was raised in my care. That was until the floating tower appeared and he gained the power of the dragon. I have no idea why my friend had such humble beginning. Perhaps it was pure coincidence that he spent his youth in my care, but he did choose me as the rider. The tower took everything. I was left desiring only his power. By destroying the Tower of the Sky, Shelkuf, our journey came to an end. Exhausting all his power, he discarded his body and entered a deep sleep. I assume he has now re-emerged with a new body and chosen you as his rider. I believe my friend is trying to lead you to the tower. You'll become deeply involved with his purpose, the destruction of the tower, for reasons beyond your comprehension. I beg you to please aid my friend in fulfilling his purpose. It is not only to release the world from the will of the ancients, but to shake the shadow of death which has cast itself upon us all. Now we know Logi's purpose. Logi is a, for lack of a better word, genetically engineered cyber weapon designed to take down the system, the network that terraforms the Earth. I just had a funny thought.
大丈夫か？うなされてたみたいだけど。
うなされてた。
悪い夢でも見たのか？
あの人を殺したの。私が。夢？
She looks like a really androgynous review bra.
夢？
何？夢を見るのが初めてみたいな口ぶりだな。
初めてよ。今まではこんなことはなかった。あの人は？
死んだよ。暗い面は構成生物に殺された。だけど奴は本望だろうよ。自分の主張通り間引かれて死んだんだからな。あんたが起こした構成生物にな。
ガッシュ
そんな目で見るなよ。俺だって彼女が憎いわけじゃない。ただ誰が敵か気づいてほしいだけだ。
現れました。方位07-2500リオン、ものすごい数です。
どっちだ？
構成生物とグリグオリグ、両方です。
わかった。すぐ監視台に行く。
しばらく一人にして。ちょっと待って。まだ名前も聞いてなかった。
僕はエッジ。
エッジ。ありがとう。
The mocap in this cutscene is really good for the time. Really excellent stuff. Ultimates Gamer asks, why did the terraformers need to be brought down? Wouldn't they have been made to heal the Earth? Because no matter what, the towers will always prioritize the health of the Earth, and they will see humanity as a threat. So they will purposefully limit and kill humans and attack human settlements over a long enough period of time. We can't question human dominance. Nope, no siree. But yes, that is basically the reason why they have set this condition up, is that basically the towers pose an existential threat to human life because no matter what, at some point, they'll create monsters to wipe out human settlements in case they get out of line, basically. They take too much from the earth.
主を失ってもその行動を止めはしないか。環境に構成生物がびっしり張り付いてる。おそらく生存者はいまい。
じゃあ
コントロールを失って手当たり次第に攻撃している。今の奴は敵味方の区別なく攻撃するただの殺戮兵器に過ぎん。第二次防衛線までは放棄させろ。急げよ、時間がない。あっ、エッジ頼めるか。あのデカブツだけは俺たちの手に負えん。
そのつもりで僕をここに置いてたんだろ。
All right, it's time to leave.
So, あなたシェラっていうの？お父さんがつけてくれたの。天に帰る前に。アゼルは誰に名前をもらったの？初めて名前を呼んでくれたのはクレイメンという人よ。でもその人はもういないの。じゃあ同じだね、私と。そうね、ありがとう。アゼルはどこの国で生まれたの？覚えてないわ。でも生まれたのはずっと昔。昔？どのくらい？あなたたちが生まれるずっと前。遺跡やエンジン、そして構成生物が作られた時代よ。そう。
具合はどう？
大丈夫。消耗しただけだから自然に回復するわ。
ならいいけど、何か食べた方がいいんじゃないか。
目覚めたばかりの頃、あの人も食べ物や水をくれたわ。だけど私の体は地上の糧を受け付けないの。ここに残るように言われたの。何かあるといけないからって。私に守られる理由なんてないのに。
I really like Azel's design. It's so surreal and bizarre. I really like how it kind of... The game doesn't like humanize her in the same way that it like humanizes other characters, right? Like, she is still very alien no matter what. Grigorig's horror ends here. Zoa will be avenged. I'll fight my way north. Cool area.